What's up, guys? Margiela here, and welcome to Cuaderno episode 30. I am with Kuya Rai. Today, we're gonna talk about comparing. I really find it na madaming tao ngayon ang gumagawa nito. Hindi lang maraming tao, kundi ako, and I'm pretty much sure anyone can relate to this in the age of social media and just how it is, how we are as humans. Pero before we go into comparing ourselves, I will let Kuya Rai introduce yourself, Kuya Rai.
All right. So, hello guys. I'm raijiin, your friendly bookworm kapitbahay on Kumu, but just a regular bookworm on the real world. So, what I do is that I just recently launched my online store, which is I sell baked products. So, yeah, I'm selling cookies and banana loaves, and also I'm still recreating and innovating some recipes from my friends and from the internet. So, I'm on the process of improving also myself. And well, for this year, I think I'm gonna be somehow the positive vibe Raijin, unlike the last year. So yeah, that's just the basic of basics. Yeah.
Nice. Positive attracts positive. What?
So, exactly.
Well, hindi sa magnet, pero alam mo yan, like, just keep going. That's good, that's good. We're starting the year right. Pero,
Exactly.
di ba? So, Kuya Ray, anong pangalan ng ano mo, store mo?
It's breads in basket. Actually, the name is I prayed for it like for how many nights during my devotion nights, and then I just really asked the Lord, give me a name for my store. I want it to be somehow related to you. And then he reminded me of the story when Jesus fed a multitude of people. So they only have five loaves and two fishes. So that's where I get the name breads in basket.
Oh.
So it's most likely like even though it is a small business right now, but I'm my vision is that I can feed multitude of people, multitude of
Oh. That's good. So you are basically not basic, but you're being a blessing and providing that service to other people. And
exactly.
right? So I think that is something that we all need to learn actually to be
Mhm.
able to recognize that there are blessings around us, and that kind of answers my question, why do we compare?
Mhm.
Because ano, 'di ba, like a lot of people would look at other people's
Mhm.
blessing
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
they just say, ay buti pa sila. Bakit ako
Mhm.
ganito, ganyan? Why am I like this? I don't have this, I don't have that. That is basically my reasoning of why do we compare.
Mhm.
Also social media, of course, and we find our worth in these things or in this status or something. How about you, Kuya Rai? Like, why do you think we compare?
I think it's because, well, for me, I compare myself like somehow insecurity contributes on that factor. I think like um, well, for me, sometimes I really compare myself physically to other physically fitted men.
Mhm.
So I was like, paano maging ganon? Parang gusto ko ng ganon, but hindi nangyayari sa akin yung ganon. And until such time that I feel myself with insecurities. I feel myself with jealousy, with envy, and it's not good. It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for myself also. But I think the cure for this comparing is that you have to be contented with yourself. You have to appreciate yourself. When you appreciate yourself, you will tend to love yourself. And then when you
Yes.
love yourself, you will see the good in you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Yeah, exactly. The the physical is actually one of the main things when we started when we were younger. especially
Yes, yes.
teenager. But actually, I
Mm.
ask people in Instagram, and even now, she's my friend, and she's insecure about the face, like the acne. And it really, even though it's very superficial, it does really get to you. And I agree, like insecurity talaga. Um, and I think my definition of insecurity is really a
Yes,
fear
yes,
of
actually.
worthlessness, right? I think that's what it is. And it, yes, I agree na it can lead to envy, and even self-loathing, um,
Yeah.
and to the
So,
point,
somehow it can also lead into a pity party.
yeah.
The party that we that we like the most, the pity
Oh,
party.
pity pa. Wow. Ayoko
Yeah,
magsana all sa pity party na yan kasi napakalungkot
exact.
ng lugar. Napakalungkot. Ano
Totoo.
siya. It's not empowering. It's debilitating. It prevents you from
Yes.
achieving whatever you want to achieve, your goals, and to see, first of all, your worth. And yung
Mm.
self-love talaga, kuya. Alam mo, I always want to share people how important this is, because if you don't love yourself, um, you won't be able to see your own goodness nga and your own
Yeah,
worth,
yeah,
na ma-appreciate mo yung sarili mo, at the same time ma-appreciate mo yung blessings ng iba kasi you have enough love for yourself and you believe in
exactly.
abundance, na may blessings na nandyan para sa'yo.
Mm.
Um,
Also, when you love yourself kasi, when you have enough love for yourself, you can love another. Like you can't give what you don't have. So
exactly.
when you fill yourself with love, you tend to love, like especially if your love for yourself is overwhelming or overflowing, that love will just pass on to others,
Mm-mm.
like your
Correct.
friends or your family or your
Yeah.
relatives.
Yes. Um, I just wanna say though na minsan yung love for yourself mo, talagang mauubos yan.
Yes,
You will run out. It's like a tank. It's a love tank. That's why you have to, for my for myself, I have to connect to the true source, to God,
exactly, exactly.
to be able to be pouring and be an outpour to other people. And it's not all the time that we feel good about ourselves, and that's okay. But we just
Mm.
have to have that time and that space to connect with him. For me personally, ikaw,
Yes.
kuya,
Mm. Yeah,
ikaw.
actually, for this year, actually, I have a stream on Kumu wherein we with my friends, like we set a certain goals for first half of the year. So, um, what I wrote was, first, I need to have a devotion night or a devotion time for me to connect to God. And
Mm-hmm.
when I failed to do so, I need to do 20 push-ups. And then when I failed it again, I need to do 25 and then 30 and then 35 until alam mo yun, parang mag-ipon siya. But thanks to God kasi one time pa lang akong hindi nakaka-comply.
Ay, ayaw
Like,
mo mag-push up.
ayoko, yeah, I don't like to push up. So I mean, at first it's quite parang napupwersa ko yung sarili ko. And I mean, it's like napipilitan ako na gawin yung devotion night. But a mentor of mine said that at first you will really feel like that until it
Mm-mm.
became a habit.
Oo.
So that's my goal. That's my goal for this first half. That every 9 o'clock, actually it's 9 o'clock p.m. that I tend to go to my room and then just read my Bible and then worship Him and then um pray to Him. And right now I can see that a lot of things changed in me. Unlike last year. Last year I was so pessimistic. Like we have that on our GC, like how do you see me as a person? And most of you said that I'm a pessimistic person. And it's fine for me that time. It's really fine for me because I also see myself as a pessimistic person. But today this year I just felt that this year is a different year for me. Like it's going to change me. Like all of my plans are going um are going to happen. And true enough, yeah, when I set my goals, like I have a devotion night, I need to launch my online store on the second week of January. The third one, I didn't really done it yet because it's exercise. Yeah, but the other two, yeah, but the other two, sorry, but the other two, I've already achieved it. And you know what I love about this first month is that God really connects me to the people that I needed the most. Like for example, for my business, God connected me to this person, to my supplier that they bought or they ordered a cookies from me, and then they said that they love it, and then it's like they will resell my product. So I think that's a fast progress for me. Like, because I'm a newbie when it comes to baking. I'm still a newbie. Like I don't have um enough experience with that. But with God's guidance, with God's provision, everything just went smoothly and fast.
Yes.
So yeah,
I find that that is something that
that's what I love.
I really want to learn then is to be able to ask him for 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 stuff because I find that I rely on myself actually a lot. More than him sometimes. So, I'm really happy, Kuya Rai! Ibang Rai na nakikita natin ngayon! And I can feel it. Iba yung glow. Wow! May glow.
Yeah, I don't know if it is the ring light or just me, but yeah, I appreciate the glow.
You're glowing. Okay,
Mm,
aside from, 'di ba, ayun nga, kung sa physical, ano pa ba, yung mga goals, dyan actually sa mga goals ng tao and achievements, someone shared to me na they do
mm.
compare themselves din sa achievements sa
Yes,
ibang
yes.
tao. Career din actually for me, like, hindi siya like for me personally, I compare myself na, oy, I guess my friends are going into this part of nursing and where am I going? Like, I don't know. It's not really my
Yeah,
number one, diba? I really am into this kind of thing, like broadcasting, like media or like business. So, nako-compare ko
yeah,
yung journey ng iba sa akin. And I'm still, sabi ko nga in the previous podcast, I'm still finding my way through being lost and ganon. Pero I do have that general sense of where I'm going. It's not clear. So yun yung some of the areas of people's lives na nako-compare natin. Pero kanina, going back, Kuya Rai,
yeah.
um,
It's true.
what are the signs that we need to look for when we are comparing? Sabi mo, envy. Yan yung number one kung naisip. And then also
Yeah.
discontentment. Ano pa yung
Yes.
naiisip mo? What are signs na we need to look for when we're comparing?
Well, when you're self-pity, yeah, the
Yun, yun, yun.
self-pity
Mm-mm.
factor, yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I think what do you call this? Well, discontentment, yes. Kasi, actually, that's the, ano that's
The
the,
main.
yeah, that's the main, eh. When you go deep into that, it's a different, topic na, eh.
Mm-mm.
But, yeah, let's go with the, ano, let's go um with the front face or with the surface of this, because when you recognize that you are doing these things, you're discontented, you're envious most of the time, you are insecure, you self-pity because this is only what you've got, then apparently you're going to compare, you are comparing yourself to another person. And it's like,
Mm-mm. True.
uh when you do that, uh what do you call this one? When you do that, mas lalong, alam mo yun, mas lumalala yung situation. It's not really helping. I mean, there are certain persons that they are comparing themselves. Actually, it's not comparing, but they took that person as an inspiration. That ay nakita ko siya, like, he has a good build, or he achieves most of these things, blah 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 and all. And then you yourself, you are encouraged that, yeah, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. It's a different thing. Wherein when you're comparing with yourself, it's like sana all, sana all, sana all, sana all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
right. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me, but um, sana all here on the Philippines is the most common expression right now, and I think that this is not normal. I mean, a part of me is saying that this is not normal because although sana all can be achieved, like it's a very shallow thing. Like you're gonna buy McDonald's or you're gonna buy Jollibee, and then some of your friends will say sana all. Like, hello friends, you can also buy this when you go outside, when you have money, and also it's like everyone is comparing themselves to
Mm.
their to other people. Yeah. And it's quite saddening for me.
Yeah. Hindi ko na, I didn't think that sana all would come from that place. For me, I thought it was like, oh, good for you. But it could be the
Ah,
other
yeah.
way too. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It could be the other
Yes,
way. And maybe that's the
especially
main thing. That's the
yeah,
main intent.
especially when sana all was used in a relationship. Like
Oh.
you have for example, I have a girlfriend, and then my girlfriend will say or commenting to the couple picture that sana all, sana all. So it was like, parang hindi pa ba sapat yung ginagawa ko sa'yo? Am I not good enough? Like, are you not contented with what I gave to you? You want something more extravagant like that, and just to show your friends that we are like that, but in reality we're not. So parang alam mo yon, it it kind of distracts or it kind of ruins the relationship somehow.
Mm.
Somehow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, I think it's looking at other people's life or
Yeah.
their own journey than rather focusing on yourself on or your what you
Mhm.
have right now. I read in a book The Gifts of Imperfection, and it's a really good book. It's about how to live wholeheartedly. It was recommended by
Mhm.
my cousin, and they said you you feel really affected by comparison when you not compare to people who are really above you. Of course, hindi naman tayo talagang may mas magaling talaga sa atin eh. It's a fact. Like
Exactly.
there's always someone better than you, but mostly people are affected, greatly affected if they compare with themselves to the people that around in their neighborhood, like around the same age as them. And
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really hit me. What did they say? Comparison is about competition and
Mhm.
what's the other C word? It was about competition, and then it was comparison. Nalimutan ko.
Go.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
morning. Oh my god. Pero
Well, yeah, it's actually parang it will fall on the competition, which is the question would be, is there really a competition in the
yeah.
first place? Is there really a race?
Yeah.
Like you need to go first, or you need to win. I mean, in life, there's really a race in life. But with the things that you can actually achieve, I believe that every one of us has its own time to
Yeah.
achieve those goals.
Mm-mm.
It's not maybe this time is for him, but not for you. Maybe this time is for you, but not for him. So
Yeah.
we can achieve our goals in different times.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is that you achieved it.
Yeah. And you need to
Yeah.
be prepared for that. You know how athletes or like runners would finish the race,
Mhm.
they exercise, they train for it, they work
Mhm.
hard for it, and before they reach the end game, they really prepared for it. So I guess the process again, that's what I'm learning as well, is to be content at
Mhm.
enjoying the journey kasi you need to be prepared and ready because that goal entitles you to a whole new responsibility, a whole new challenges when you reach it. I think coming back to the competition again, like what you said, Kuya, like I like how you said na everyone has their own timeline. We also have differences. We're all different, and
Exactly.
and if we compare, I think comparing, we usually try to find kung ano yung similar eh. Somehow may
Mhm.
similarity. Pero
Mhm.
like we have to recognize yung differences natin with each other, and that's a strength. We're all different in
Yeah.
each way, and that's something that we should celebrate. Hindi naman tayo pwedeng magkakapareho. We can't be just the same. I don't know.
Yeah. I think also with comparison, the thing is you always tend to find yeah the difference between those people. Like for example, I compare myself to you. I will tend to find what are kung ano yung pagkakaiba natin. And
Mm-mm.
then when I recognize the difference, I tend to copy you, which will be
Mm-mm.
hard for me because I was created in a different way. My talents are different, my skills are different, my gifts are different. I can do things that you can't do, and you can do things that I can't do. But then with comparison, you tend to be um what do you call this? Trying hard.
Self-critical. Okay,
Yeah,
trying hard.
you're going to be trying hard, and you're going to be hard on yourself because you know when we compare, our goal is I need to be like her or I need to be like him, but it will never gonna happen. It will
Yeah.
never gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
because you are created different.
Yeah. And you're gonna lose your authenticity in a way. You're just
Yes.
being you. You're gonna lose a part of you by copying other people. And you need to,
Mm,
I don't want to say need all the time, but it's just a different level when you have your sense of self and
mm,
in recognizing yung sarili mo, like valuing yourself ulit, going back to self-love.
yes, yes. But I have a question for you, Jayla.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Um, how do you take differences? Or what's your take on that certain um, subject?
Differences between
Differences.
people, or
Yes,
like
between people, or between you and your friends, or between you and because I think you said earlier that you're comparing yourself to other higher than you, or you're comparing yourself to your friends who has this career path and all. So how would you take differences
mm-hmm.
between you and your friends?
Yeah, it's no mistake that I do compare myself to other people. I think more so right now compared to the last year. I don't know why, but um, I approach it as seeing people experience different things at different times. I see them that, yun nga, yung talents nila, iba sa akin. Yung interests ko, my interests are different from them. And I'm more on the creative side, and they're more on the scientific side of things, or whatever. Um, I see healing differently than them, siguro. I see healing more in the inside. That's the root. I guess for them, it's I don't know exactly what they see how healing is. Pero more on an approach nila ay physical. So let's say sa
Yeah.
ICU or sa mas acute na units. So
Yeah.
ako, for me, healing for me is in here in the soul. So my
Yeah.
approach for that would be communication and therapeutic communication, and also like doing this, the whole thing, the process of this is to reach out to people and to let them know that they're not alone. And I'm hoping that this will help people, help us even to process whatever thoughts we have na left unsaid. So just to recognize the differences are one strength din, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
And we can excel in the things that we think aren't aren't right if we belong to a certain group that make us stand out. It will make you stand out actually. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I do agree with what you said, but what I like what you said is that um, you need to recognize that you are different from the others. But may I add that yeah, when you recognize that you are different, you need to accept it
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly. It's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I realized that um, maybe this when I rested in Coop, like
Mm-hmm.
for 3 to 4 months, I really uninstalled that app, and then I tend to meet my bookish friends that are
Mm-hmm.
existing right now. And with books, with constant communication with my bookish friends, um, I avoided overthinking. I avoided. I realized many things, and one of the things that I realized is that I am different, and I accepted it. I'm
Yeah.
not good at. I'm not good at this thing. I mean, even the flaws that you have, you need to accept it. You need to love it, because that's what makes you different.
Mm-hmm.
Your perfection, not really perfection, but what you can do, your flaws, your mistakes, your achievements, all of the things that made you you, you should accept it and love.
Mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow.
My
Okay,
gosh.
galing, galing. Yes,
Ako ba
accept
to?
it. Wow, 'di ba? 2.0, Teddy. Ate
Yes.
Teddy.
Kailangan natin mag 2.0. Anyways.
Nice. Okay, I'm so happy for you, Kuya. I guess on to the next question. How does comparing steal your joy? Ano yung the main thing? How
How
does
does comparing
comparing still steal your
steals
joy?
your joy?
Mm-hmm. Um,
Hmm.
for me,
Well,
ano kuya, the main mo?
sorry.
Anong main mo? Anong main?
Main reason. Hmm. Ano ba? Actually, um, when I'm comparing with myself, parang parang sinasabi ko sa sarili, or I tend to say to myself that I don't like myself. And when I said that, well, the joy will wither. The joy will just melt away because I don't enjoy myself. I don't enjoy what I have. I don't enjoy the gifts that I have. I mean, I just literally denied my identity, my authenticity, and that thing really steals the joy out of
Mm,
me.
I see. So yung self mo, yung self hindi mo na-accept yung sarili mo.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so
Diba?
personal. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, last year I thought of with my streams lately, I really share what I experienced last year. I thought that last year I was okay. I thought that all the things that I'm experiencing is normal. But then with this year, within this month, I just realized that oh my gosh, I'm not really okay. I'm so pessimistic. I'm so negative. Um, it's like I'm a burden to my friends and to my family. And with that, there are sometimes that I tend to compare myself to you guys, you my friends sa KBS, are the Kumubig streamers, to my cousins and all. So it's like
Parang
um
tornado.
I, yeah, yeah. I mean, I just can't believe that I have to go through that experiences. Like to the point that I denied myself. I don't like myself. I don't like this. I don't like this um raijiin. Because sometimes I tend to look I look at the mirror and said, what's lovely about you? And I can answer my own question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's so wonderful how you jump from that place into where you are now. So congratulations, Kuya Rai.
Mm-hmm.
'Di ba?
Just go.
'Di ba?
Just go.
So it's
Yeah,
good. It's good.
actually, with what I said, with what I shared, I think it's not my ability. It's not really my ability. It's God's mercy. It's God's strength. It's God's provision that made me into this. That made me realize that no matter what I do, no matter how I compare myself to others, he always reminds me that, hey, I love you. I've created you. You are that because of me,
Yeah.
and I want to mold you as the person that I want you to be.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. And actually, if you accept yourself and love yourself, you don't cut away the opportunity and
Mhm.
the opportunity of yourself to reach whatever you want to reach.
Mhm. Exactly.
Kasi you're already paralyzing yourself because you're focusing on your weaknesses and your imperfections
Yes.
rather than accepting them. And probably even you never know those weaknesses may be your strengths too in the long
Mhm.
run. If you overcome that big hump,
Yes.
you will be able to right now what you're doing be to tell and live the testimony that it is
Mhm.
possible to go over that hump, to
Yeah.
go over that phase of insecurity or comparison. It's gonna happen along the way of our lifespans, but it's important to again recognize and accept. And that's
Yeah.
what I really stood out for me in our conversation today.
Mhm.
So,
Also, I remember. Sorry to
mm-mm.
cut you. I
No, go ahead.
remember one of my Christian friends. I just asked her, Ate, where do I need to focus? My strengths or my weaknesses? And then you know what? I still remember what she answered me. She answered me, you need to focus on your strength. Why? She said that this is your strength. This is your weakness. When you focus on your weakness, yeah, you can do it. Like the level of your weakness will just go up, and it will kumbaga, papantay lang siya sa weakness mo. So pantay lang sila. But when you focus on your strength will just go up and up and up and up. And there's a big difference between your weakness and your strength.
Mm,
So yeah, with comparison, with comparing yourself to others, we tend to focus on the weaknesses that we have.
mm,
Because, I just remembered because you said weaknesses, so it just came into my mind. So
nice.
um, yeah, with comparing yourself to others, we are focused on our weaknesses rather than our strengths, and we tend to fill the gap between the weakness and the strength, which is, well, it's quite good, but yet if you focus on your strength, the gap will be bigger and you will excel because it is your strength.
Mm-hmm. Yes! Wow! Thank you, Ate Mentor. Kinopy-paste po lang ni Kuya. Char, char.
Hoy.
Hindi. It's, may addition po tayo. Like, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and to recognize na I am enough. That
Yes.
God gave you these gifts and to recognize that these gifts are seeds and this is
Mhm.
enough but as long as you let it grow and
Yeah, yeah.
choose decisions that will let it grow in the long
Mhm.
run. And I love how you said about the focus. I was going to say something about the focus. Oftentimes people would be focus on the problem and other people's joy. Shift
Mhm.
your focus, perspective. Um, Focus on the solution. Focus on what you're gonna do, and ask for guidance, for help.
Mhm.
To whoever,
Yeah.
mentors, kay God most especially, 'di ba? Even though you focus on the
Mhm.
solution, you can even compare your solutions to other people's then. And I find that
Yeah.
funny. Like, why is my strategy not work? Why my approach not working? So it's really
Mhm.
important to really, it's the mindset din and the faith
Yeah.
all through and out. Um, so I think I was gonna ask, what do you think would combat comparison? And I think along the way we've been saying it.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
along the way we've been saying it.
Mhm.
So it's up to you, Kuya Rai. Do you have a main thing to combat comparison, or ano, for you? What's your main thing? If you said it already.
Well, to come, well, for me, this is I'm speaking, I'm speaking according to my, or based on my experience. So, um, when I'm comparing myself to others, um, yeah, it's quite weakening. It's not, it's not a joyful thing to do. But to combat it or to fight comparing yourself to others, first, you need to accept who you are, all your flaws, all your mistakes, all your achievements. What I said earlier. So all the things that made you you, you need to accept it. Second, when you accept yourself, automatically you will love yourself. You will find the good things that you have inside you, and sometimes you are discovering that you are good into this thing. It's like you're exploring yourself because you love yourself. You want, when you love yourself, you want to improve yourself, and when you're improving yourself, you are focusing on your strengths, not on your weaknesses. And when you focus on your strength, eventually you will be excellent on what you are doing. So that's it.
Yes, Miss Universe.
Yeah, actually, I love the process. I always say, I always, when I'm praying, I always say to the Lord, Lord, I do love the process because it's, the thing with process is it connects things, right? Like what I said earlier. So when you accept yourself, you will love yourself. When you love yourself, you will improve yourself. When you improve yourself, you will focus on your strengths, not on your weaknesses. And when you focus on your strengths and weakness, when you're focused on your strengths, you will be excellent on what you will do. And when you are excellent on what you're doing, recognition will, you know, will follow.
Mhm.
And with recognition, you will not tend to compare yourself because you are being recognized as, hey, you're one of the best streamer that I know, or you're one of the best
Mhm.
podcaster that I know. So maybe with that, you will be a blessing to others. Like you will be an inspiration or encouragement. So, you know, that's the process. But
Yeah.
with process, it's hard. It is really hard because um, you will go through fires and hammers and fires and hammers and fires and hammers until you are a diamond.
Mhm.
Diba?
Yeah, one of a kind. One of a kind.
Yes. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
um, I think one thing then that really helped me before, I know I struggled with self-love. I mentioned that before in my podcast before, is to find your truth. So
Mhm.
whenever I catch myself comparing myself, I hold on to the verses that really ground me and connect
Mhm.
me to who I am really. I am a child of God. I
Yeah.
am made You are made in the image of likeness of God. So those are my
Mhm.
truths. My
Mhm.
truths in me that really grounds me
Yeah.
to go back to go back to my root and to say that I am enough. So find
Mm.
your truth, because even within the self-pity party, there's a lot of negative and untrue lies,
Mhm.
lies. that are surrounding you that really
Yeah.
prevents you from reaching your potential and your purpose and you from becoming a blessing to other people. I think
Yes.
also, 'di ba, na when you have that, in a way, you celebrate other people's successes um nang effortlessly because you have your own. You're content with your own and you believe in abundance, that there's abundance
Mhm.
of blessings out there. Ayun,
Yes, yes.
'di ba?
Oh my
So with
gosh. This is a deep conversation, huh? I
wow!
thought I thought we're just going to have fun and all just full of laughters and all. But yeah, I love this conversation that we have.
Yay, that's
I think
good.
that I think that actually I was praying like last night and kanina when I'm doing my devotion. I'm really asking for God's guidance and the Holy Spirit's guidance that they will be the one who will guide my mouth, or they will be the one who will provide the words that I will say. So with that, I think and hopefully, and I'm really praying that whoever listens to your podcast will be blessed every
Yes.
episode. Yeah.
Oh, I really hope so too. Thank you, Kuya Rai, for your support and for really setting the time to
Mhm.
be here in Cuaderno. Thank you for writing your story and sharing part of your
Oh.
story here. I really
Mhm.
appreciate it, the vulnerability and the courage to say that. Talagang wala na yung word. Pero
Ako
yes.
lang to.
Oy!
Ako lang to.
Ayun. One
Yeah.
more question though. You are looking at yourself in the mirror. What would you
Mhm.
say? One sentence.
Oh my gosh,
Tito
Raijin.
boy!
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking at the mirror and then I see myself. So, well, Raijin, I think you're doing good right now. And as many people say, you are glowing because of the ring light and the power of God, of course. But yeah, I think you're doing a good job, and you've overcome some of your weaknesses and fears and insecurities, and I applaud you with that. You deserve a tap on the shoulder. um i just I just want you to continue what you're doing. I just want, in the long run, I want you to be a blessing to others, and every word that comes from your mouth will be a blessing and not a curse. I'm also looking forward that you will be connected with many God-given people, and you will just flourish, and then the people that are connected to you will also flourish because you are connected with God. So keep up the good work and be a blessing to others. So thank you very much for your existence.
Yeah.
Diba?
Oh, that's so wonderful. All right. Thank you,
OMG.
Kuya Rai. Siguro yung
Mm.
sa akin, you'll get there.
Actually, hindi, sige, let's do that. You're looking at yourself, and then what will you say to yourself right now?
Margella, take things one step at a time. Be patient. You'll get there. Trust the process and enjoy it. Ayon.
Yeah. Oh, di ba?
Ah,
Simple. Simple, but yeah,
it
it's
hits the,
inspiring.
akala ko it hits the bone.
Well, actually, I think for some of your listeners or viewers, it will hit to the bones. Yeah.
Oh, oh. Guys, wag naman tayong ma-injure dyan, ha?
Wala po kami pang pa-ospital. Oh my
Kaya nga.
gosh.
Anyways, Kuya Rai, thank you so much for
Yeah,
your,
thank you.
for everything. Okay, thank you for
Mhm.
supporting me then sa KBS journey natin and even back then sa Kumuni-Muni. Guys, even
Yeah,
before Quaderno, we've been doing this with a lot of people
exactly.
actually. Live pa nga eh. So, Kuya
Mhm.
Rai, ito, mani-mani lang to.
Oy, grabe hindi. But yeah, guys, let me just say this to you. For those of you who are listening up to this point, please, when you are in YouTube, subscribe and hit the bell button. subscribe. Yeah, yeah. So and hit the bell button. I'm sure that um your time will not be wasted. Also, when you're listening on Spotify, yeah, just keep on streaming and on Facebook. I think yeah, you're doing this on Facebook, right? So
Mm.
I
Oo.
just hope that you will just enjoy this conversation and that this conversation will be a blessing or an inspiration
Yes.
to you guys.
That's our prayer. Kuya Rai, final message. I-plug mo na sarili mo. Dali. Go.
All right, so yan guys. As I said earlier, I am your friendly bookworm kapitbahay, Raijiin on Kumu, and I have my streams every weekends, 5 p.m. So Saturdays, 5 p.m., I have the Lone Wolf, wherein I will discuss one of my favorite books. But this month, I'm focusing on the Bridgerton series. And then every Sunday, Bookify 2.0 Wolfie in Tandem, wherein I have my partner, Ate Momni, and we are having our mystery guest sharing his or her mystery books. So that's 5 p.m. So watch out for that, guys, and I hope to see you on our streams.
Wow! Host na host! Kuya
Gusto
Rai,
mo yan?
gusto ko
Gusto mo yung
yan.
improvement na yan?
Oo. May ano siya, may ganun.
Yeah.
Alright.
May-improve.
Oh,
Told you.
'di ba? Thank you, Kuya Rai, and see you guys
Thank you.
later. Bye.
Bye-bye.